Alentejo, the middle region, southwest of Portugal. And we stopped along the way to have a look at the eucalyptus. As you see here, there's quite a long stretch plantations that way, moving all the way that way, of eucalyptus, which is mainly used for paper, for the paper industry. So maybe whenever we wipe our butt, it's made out of this. I'm not sure which they use it for, but so yeah, we just wanted to stop and to see how it looks from up close. And we've been driving through a lot of these eucalyptus forests. And you could say it's an ecocide because of course the native forest has been clear cut before, and then these eucalyptus have been planted, and this one probably is already cut because you see there's a lot of young sprouts. These ones are also quite new young sprouts that came up. So the native forest has been cut first, and then of course all the animals and all the creatures who live, all the insects and also all the microbiology live with the native in symbiosis with the native forest has disappeared. And whenever we talk about resilience or biodiversity, of course it depends on native species, and also all the interconnections between the species. So the different layers and all the root layers they are inhabiting. So yeah, I wonder why such a destructive industry. Also because it's very prone to forest fire. The eucalyptus has a lot of essential oil, so whenever it's dry, as you can see, also the ground is covered in dry eucalyptus leaves, and also the bark just peels off naturally, so it's very prone to forest fires in a very dry climate here. And of course when this burns down, the trees will regrow, but even less diversity is created in the long term. So one of the examples I was thinking about is sustainable forest management, and it's been done also on a quite a large scale, more and more. But there's a beautiful example in the US of a plot of land which is quite big, and they have aerials. They've been taking aerial pictures from a period of like 30, 40, maybe 50 years to see what it looks like if you have a sustainable forest management with biodiversity, so with a mixed varieties of species interplanted, and you cut out different trees, so maybe sick trees or trees that are dying, or actually young ones to give others more space. So it's like you have to observe and interact. It's one of the permaculture principles. So it's not that you come in with a big machine and you disturb the soil, you take away all this is clear cutting. It's like being done on a large scale with big machinery, but it's actually going in and using low impact methods. That means cutting by hand, and taking these trees out also with less destructive machines, or even quads, like small machines, or horses. And in the long term they showed that the output is higher and the input is less, and it creates a very diverse forest. So animals would come in and creatures would live, and still you would be able to harvest wood for any need. So I think it's a beautiful example of one of the permaculture principles, to observe and interact, because because if you see and also experience the diversity that lives in a forest, you wouldn't probably, and also you would feel what it does, or you would experience this ecosystem that's alive. You wouldn't go in with a machine and destroy it like this. You would be much more careful. In my experience, it's already, when you come into a forest, you become so careful where you put your feet, and become so sensitized to the land that it's very good to slow down your. And maybe it's one of the practices we invite you to do also by befriending your local ecology. I saw this girl this morning going out, picking sticks and branches to start up the wood stove for some heat. And this is one of the it touched me because I see that there's so much care, and it's a way of befriending your local ecology, going out and just sensitize the surrounding. It's not something we do normally. We just go out and, you know, we go to our work and you come back and you go home and you go into your car or your bike or whatever. And if you stop and you look what's around, you see, oh wow, there's actually somebody living there. It's maybe a rabbit, or oh, I can use that stick to burn this, or I can use these leaves. They're medicine, you know. Eucalyptus also is medicine, if it's done properly. So yeah, I think that's the invitation, to go out and to see how you can be more gentle and careful. One of the practices is to slow down your walking, your breathing, maybe by walking barefoot, or to do some sit spot meditations, like you can sit down and just let the creatures come to you instead of creating so much disturbance, to become more sensitized to our own body, maybe awaken something in our nervous system, as a small action of resistance or a small action of change, that ripples out anyway. So yeah, that's the eucalyptus. Thank you.